Good morning. Today we have something really cool to look at. So let's get closer to the bike. Check this out. So this has been this project that I've been working on. These are the Viking bags. This is the 34-liter bag, and it looks amazing. Just take a look at it, how it flows with the bike. Let's get a closer look over here so you guys can see. Just look how cool that is, okay? It just flows with everything, the color, the pop. It just blends in perfectly with the bike, with the lines and everything. I'm loving it. And check this out. You can actually fit it with the top case. And one of the features that I so loved and appreciated about this bike is the fact that I can do this even though I have a top case. Check this out. Bam. Uh-oh. Like I was saying, this bag is awesome because of the fact that it opens out. So it allows you the opportunity to have a top case, okay? Check this out. On the inside, you have this seal that makes this weatherproof. They redesigned the new hinge. Look how sturdy that is. And you have your mounting bolts and hardware over here. We'll get into that later when we do the installation, but I wanted to do the review and overview first so that you guys know what the overall look is like and the quality and all the cool features about it. So this is a huge selling point for me because I wanted this ability to be able to get on the bike and get off the bike and not have to worry about using my key to open it to get into it. So a quick latch like this, close it, done deal. And in addition, look how tight and how cool this is. They have this shock cutout which allows you to have the bag mounted a lot closer to the bike, which gives it this amazing look. If you take a look at it from this angle, you see how nice and tight it is to the bike. All right, I'm going to take the top case off. I'm going to install a few other things so that you guys can see the overall look. Let's take a look at it without the top case on. Look how clean the lines are. Do you see this? Look how nice and level and straight it is. It looks awesome, to be honest with you. It looks awesome. Look at how cool the brackets are. These are the new brackets. They're called the FAT or fat brackets, but look how cool they are. I installed them at an angle, but look at that design element. It actually looks great. And I want you guys to check this out, okay? Look how sturdy they are. They don't budge. Look how much force I'm putting on them. Rock solid, excellent quality. The look is outstanding. Look at the finish. The paint matches the Rebel, the sheen, the shine. Look at it. It's almost identical as if it was designed specifically for this bike. And this is what the bike looks like with the OEM passenger seat. This is the look with the OEM cargo carrier, okay? Let's take a look over here. That way you guys, if you want to put an additional bag, don't put it this way. Put it lengthwise and tie it down, strap it down. That way you can maintain being able to open it. While we're here, let's take a look at how I actually load my saddlebags. In my left bag, these are the items that are in there most of the time. Okay, as you guys can see, it fits them comfortably with room to spare. For reference, this is a water bottle. I don't know how many ounces, maybe 32 or something, or 64. Forgive me, I'm not that familiar with ounces, okay? So this fits in like that to give you an idea. I have all of my rain gear over here. I have my cap and so on. All right, let me take the bike out for a spin so that you guys can see it in motion, to see vibrations, the overall look as it's moving. A couple of things. What I wanted to point out is the passenger foot peg. Okay, so the tricky part is it will not close, as you guys can see. It's got to remain open, and if you are riding with a passenger, as you can see, there isn't much space for them to put their foot or heel basically. So I have seen other people, other owners do a foot peg relocation. So what they would do is they take it to the shop, they create a plate for it just to move it forward by a few inches. That way your passenger can sit and rest their foot over here. Okay, the next thing is what I want to talk about is some inside amazing information which I'm so excited about. I personally love the ability to be able to connect and disconnect the bags easily because I do so much work on the bike. I'm always maintaining the bike. You guys know I love working on the bike. So in 2 months time, Viking Bags is actually developing a new lockable quick release, quick disconnect system so that we can actually remove these bags, right? This is going to make me so happy, and they're so cool. They're actually going to be sending me the disconnect system so that I can try it out and demonstrate it for you guys. Additionally, what I do want to point out as well is because of this design to get it as close as possible to the bike, the shocks are going to be a little bit difficult to get to adjust your preload. So keep that in mind before you mount these. Make sure that these are adjusted to your weight. For the owners that would like to install these themselves, let's install it together. It's really easy, you guys. Don't be intimidated by it. It's so simple. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I was able to do it. Look at the lines, look how clean. I worked by myself. You don't need two people. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So let's get started. So this is how they come shipped, so well protected. I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? Once we get on the tabletop, you'll understand what this is about. Before we get started, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that I actually reached out to Viking Bags and asked them for a sample so that I can try it out on my bike. So they sent this to me free of charge, okay? Just want to be upfront and honest with you. When they ship you the bags, you get this divider in between the two bags. This isn't the shape that it comes with, but this is a request for Viking Bags. Take advantage of this, you guys. This is a nice template. So the divider, why don't you guys cut it out in this shape to make the installation that much easier. So what I did is I traced the bag and cut it out. It's actually made of thick cardboard right here. And this is going to make installation so much easier once we get to the bike, and you'll see in a bit. This is all of the hardware that they send you, and they send it to you with instructions. You can also go on their website, and they have the instructions in color, which you can download and take a look at it as well. And there are plenty of videos out there. Now, this is specifically made for the Rebel 1100. Different bikes use different mounting hardware. I just want you to be aware of that. With this hardware, the bags will be permanently mounted to the bike. But here's inside information. In approximately 2 months, there will be a version that is designed specifically for the Rebel 1100, which has the removable bracket. So I'm so excited about that. They will be sending me that, and I will also do an installation video to show you guys how cool that system is. Let's get started. For the owners of the Honda soft bags or the Legend bags by SW Motec, this is called the SLC system, which is this mount over here, okay? This is the Honda standard one. What you can do is remove this mounting bracket off of the bag itself, bring it over here that way, and put double-sided tape on it this way, put it over here in the position that you want. That way you can put it on the bike to get it in the perfect position that you want, and I'll show you that in a sec. As you guys can see, this is the benefit of cutting this template out, because it'll allow you to position it exactly in the position that you want relative to the bike, okay? Because it's going to be hard working by yourself and holding the bag. This will make your life a lot easier. Just for the mock-up, I'm using the shorter screws, and I'm using the 1/4-inch spacers behind it. And as you can see, I wasn't anticipating this, but they're going to have to be mounted at an angle. And this is where the cardboard template comes into play. As you guys can see, here's a tip. Once you draw the line over here, use a razor on the back end. Just make a cut right here to help it fold in this way to account for the shock when you place it over here. This will make your life a lot easier. Now, when you mock it up, you'll put it in such a position to mark the holes. Make sure this line is straight, this line is straight to get the nicest fit, okay? Then what you can do is when you're happy with it, the rough shape basically, press hard over here so that you will get the indentations of the bolts back here, and then you can kind of mark it and then cut it out. That way you can actually mount it, look at it from a distance, and then fine tune it to where you want it. Mind you, this will work with the stock exhaust, okay? I'm gonna include a picture so that you guys can see. I don't have to worry about that, but I do have to take into account the shock, the foot peg, as well as the exhaust and the overall look. Okay, this is what the mock-up looks like. By eyeballing it from this distance, I think I need to raise the front by 2 or 3 millimeters. When you take the level, let's get closer so I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I think the most ideal would be right there. So you got maybe 3 millimeters higher at the front, and that will make it parallel to the ground. So the height is approximately 13.5, and the rear bolt is at 6.5. So somewhere in the middle, which is gonna give it the most strength possible. Okay, so now that we have the holes marked, we need to match it up, basically, just like that. Make sure that you are completely flush. And place your markers. Now that we have the top holes marked, we can use the actual mounting bracket to line it up exactly how we want it to fit and mark the other holes in this fashion. Mine is going to be at an angle because that's the way that it's going to fit. So it's going to be like that. I'm going to drill a pilot hole first. They provide you with 4 sets of these smaller screws with the nuts. Now that we have the brackets attached to the bag, the last bolt is going to be the longer one. You have 2 choices. They provide you with a short one, which is not going to be long enough for this, and a longer one, which might be a little bit too long, but we're going to see with the spacers if that works out. Now, on the inside, you're going to have a flat washer that's going to spread the force, basically, underneath here, so the first one, and then you're going to have this spring washer, okay? And it's going to be like that. If you're installing the bags on the bike without the backrest, you're going to need to use the longer screws that they provide you, the 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch spacer, okay? While attaching it, do one at a time first to kind of get it going. I hope you guys found this helpful. I'd like to thank Viking Bags for providing these bags. These bags are the best value, the best fit, the most functional for the Rebel 1100 in my opinion, okay? Look at this. They look great, they're waterproof. This awesome latch system and lets you open it to the outside. I'm in love with them, man. They're so cool. And check this out. You don't want to open it, they provide you with 2 keys, lock it. Now you can walk away from the bike and nobody's going to touch your stuff. Have an amazing day, you guys.